The first set of examples we're going to be doing are ones that involve giving a numerical expression, evaluating it, and we're going to be using our order of operations. So we're going to be looking for any parentheses or grouping symbols first, then any exponents, then we do any multiplication division at the same time, left to right as they appear, and then we do addition subtraction at the same time, left to right as they appear. So if I look at the first expression, 3 plus 7 to quantity squared minus 16 divided by 2, the first thing you're going to do is look for the grouping symbols, the parentheses. So I'm going to add 3 and 7 and get 10. Drop down the exponent, so I have 10 squared minus 16 divided by 2. Now I look next, I have no grouping symbols, so I go for the exponent. So 10 squared is 100. So 100 minus 16 divided by 2. And I see I have a division operation and a subtraction operation. And so we're going to perform the division first. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. So I have 100 minus 8, which is 92. And therefore that is my final answer. Now, the second example, you see a lot of grouping symbols. It looks visually maybe a little difficult, but if you focus on identifying the grouping symbols first and work inside those, it becomes a very simple problem. So when you're doing this type of problem, you just want to focus. The innermost grouping symbols look like they are here with 5 minus 3 and here with 4 minus 8. So I'm going to perform those operations first. 5 minus 3 is 2. Let's drop down those parentheses, drop down that 4, and let's go ahead and carry down the bracket as well. Same thing here. 4 minus 8 is negative 4. We'll drop the parentheses, the bracket, and the minus 2. And don't forget, we still have this divided by 16 on the outside. If you look, we still have this grouping symbol, these brackets, but inside that we have multiplication going on with the 4 and the 2, and the negative 2 and the negative 4. So 4 and 2 is 8. Negative 2 times negative 4 is a positive 8. So inside now my brackets, 8 plus 8, and then I have divided by 16. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 divided by 16 gives us 1. So there are examples of doing numerical order of operations with evaluating expressions. So these examples deal with evaluating variable expressions when you're given the values of each variable. For example, the first one, 8c plus ab over a. I'm telling you that a is 4, b is 5, c is negative 0.5. So before we start using our order of operations of parentheses, exponents, then multiplication, division, left to right, and then addition, subtraction, left to right, we have to plug in the values first. And so this one, we're going to do 8 times c. So remember, when you plug in the values, put them in parentheses, 8 times negative 0.5, plus a times b, which is 4, times 5, all over a, which is 4. So if I simplify my top now, before I go any further, what I want to do is do 8 times negative 0.5, which is negative 4. 5 and 4 multiply together give me 20. And then I'm dividing that by 4. Now you don't worry about the division. The nice part about dealing with a fraction like this is you simplify the top before you worry about the bottom. So negative 4 plus 20 is a positive 16. So really I have 16 over 4, which 16 divided by 4 is 4. And so then that is my answer. So though it's a fraction in the beginning, you may not like fractions, but fractions are easy to work with because it creates a numerator and a denominator. So simplify the numerator first using order of operations, and then worry about the denominator. So let's do the next example. We have a, which is 4, plus brackets 4 times b plus c. And so b is 5. Now plus c is plus a negative 0.5. So when you're adding the negative, you're actually doing subtraction. So that's 5 minus 0.5, and then minus b, which is 5. So you just keep on dropping down this number on the outside, 4 plus. Order of operations, go to the innermost grouping symbols. So that is 5 minus 0.5, which is 4.5. So we just drop down to minus 5 now. Next, keep on staying inside these brackets. We're going to do our multiplication here before we worry about our subtraction. So 4 times 4.5 is going to be 18. Now drop down to minus 5. Now all we have left in the grouping symbols is subtraction. So 18 minus 5 is 13. So really it's 4 plus 13, which gives us an answer of 17. So even when you're evaluating variable expressions, all you do is plug in the values for each variable and just follow our order of operations.